And the federal government is making a major push to help Americans saddled with medical debt. The new proposal aims to boost credit scores by removing an entire category from the equation, potentially helping millions to own a home or buy a car. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze has the exclusive new details.
The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is proposing a major change for millions of Americans stifled by medical debt.
This is going to be an enormous relief to so many people battling bills when it comes to hospital visits.
The federal agency tells ABC News in an exclusive its new regulation would ban unpaid medical bills from most Americans' credit reports and could boost the typical borrower's credit score by 20 points.
Our research shows that medical bills on your credit report aren't even predictive of whether you'll repay another type of loan.
Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian took initial steps in 2022 to remove medical debt from credit reports. But the CFPB says 15 million borrowers with $49 billion in bills still appear in the credit reporting system. The proposal would mean those bills can no longer be taken into account, a potential game changer for borrowers like 33-year-old Lexi Coburn.
I have about $2,300 in medical debt.
She says she's been denied car loans because her credit score took a hit from her medical debt.
It feels like a bit of like a shackle, an additional shackle to have my medical debt on my credit report.
The CFPB says its rule would mean 22,000 more Americans can get approved safely for mortgages. The Credit and Collection Industry Group has said the proposed changes would go too far and risk negatively affecting the cash flow of the healthcare community.
Isn't there a risk this will disincentivize people from paying their medical bills at all?
No. In fact, we have found that one of the key issues when it comes to medical bills is that those bills are not accurate when they show up on people's credit reports.
And ABC's Elizabeth Schulze joins me now for more on this. Elizabeth, Vice President Harris is set to announce this new rule today. So when will it actually take effect?
Right. So this is an announcement that will be with Vice President Harris and the director of the CFPB, Rohit Chopra, who we had the chance to speak to exclusively for this story. This rule would go through now a public comment period. Typically, those last 60 to 90 days, and then it would likely take effect next year, we are told by the CFPB. Of course, there is a little bit of a big question mark there because what's in November, the presidential election? We asked the CFPB if they expect that could delay the timeline for this rule to take effect. They said they are very hopeful that it would still go into place regardless of which the administration is.
Now, 2 in every 5 Americans have some form of medical debt. So what happens to those people now? What's the process for them like? And does it make a difference if that debt is already in collections or not?
Right. So that is a significant number, right? So many people struggling with this. The average amount of medical debt that people have is about $2,500. That debt still can be collected. This big change, what it's basically saying is that debt, when you're trying to take out a loan or when your credit is getting run, you know, often employers, if you're trying to get a new job, they might run a credit check. So often your credit score and your credit report can help determine other opportunities for you. And what the CFPB is saying here is that shouldn't be the case with medical debt. Because if you think about it, a lot of times when people are taking on this debt, it might be for an emergency. They went in to get care. It ended up being more than they expected, but they didn't really have a choice. Even a lot of the people who have medical debt are still covered by insurance. So they're trying to remove that equation when it comes to the credit process. It doesn't mean necessarily that that wouldn't be collected, that those collectors couldn't still come after you.
And what if you're facing inaccurate credit reporting due to medical debt? How do you go about fixing that?
So you can easily report those claims on consumerfinance.gov. That's the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau's website. There's a way to kind of go through the process. And one thing that we learned in reporting out this story, Diane, is that a lot of bills that people face shouldn't be there in the first place. When you actually dispute them and go through the changes, it might take time, it might take months, it could even take years. You find that that isn't actually the amount that you owed. So part of this effort is to try to get rid of some of the complexity in the system, create this uniform standard where if your bills aren't going to show up on your reports, that would be the case for any credit reporting companies. As you heard in our piece, some companies are already doing this, have taken those initial steps, but this would really create that standard. And it could be a big deal that could help get access to credit for more people.
All right. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze. Thanks, Elizabeth.
Thanks.